once again, fellow book lovers. It's time for another edition of Shelf Life Book Reviews Online, where I present to you a book that I've read, reviewed, and recommend. And this one's for James Patterson's fans. It is Paranoia by James Patterson and James O. Born. This is published by Little Brown. It retails for $30 in the United States, $39 in Canada, and it is 382 pages long. This is, as the book says, a Michael Bennett thriller. This is book 17 of the Michael Bennett series, and next to the Alex Cross series that James Patterson writes solo, this is one of, well, the most popular series that James and his fellow writers have created. Now, the first 9 books of the Michael Bennett series were written by James Patterson and Michael Ledwidge, and the most recent 8 have been written by James Patterson and James O. Born. So it's a great writing combination. And Michael Bennett is really a fascinating character, a New York Police Department detective. His wife, Mary Catherine, is expecting another child. She's ordered to have bed rest. They already have 10 kids, so it's a mighty big family. But there's a lot more than just a new baby coming that is of concern. There are former narcotics officers who were part of a group called the Land Sharks who are dying. They're dying either by suicide or by accident. In fact, 4 of them have recently died. And Celeste Cantor, who's the inspector, who's the head of the police department that Michael Bennett's in, she asks Michael Bennett if he will look into the case. Now, she wants to retire because she wants to get into politics. So she wants sort of a clean slate when she enters the world of politics. So he agrees. Now, we find out that the killer's name is Kevin Doyle. He's a hitman. So there's no secret here who the hitman is. He has arranged for 2 officers to die in an explosion. He wanted one of them to write to his daughter. It was like a suicide note. He had cancer, so he wants it made to look like an accident, well, an explosion. And he and another former officer die in the explosion. So we start to see a pattern here. But Kevin Doyle, other people are getting killed in the crossfire too. A girl is murdered who happens to come in at the wrong time. Now, he sort of showed a bit of conscience about having to kill her, but basically at the end he says he knew it had to be done. So meanwhile, Michael Bennett and his fellow officers are looking into the deaths, and they realize something suspicious is going on. Now, the person who has employed Kevin Doyle to do all these hits, Michael Bennett, is another target, the ultimate target. So in true James Patterson style, there are many subplots in the book, and they are in typical James Patterson and whoever his fellow writer is fashion. It makes the book a page-turning thriller. As usual, all the chapters are very short. I think there's something like 120 chapters throughout the 382 pages. So they're short, 2 to 3 pages at the most, which makes for a very fast read. It's definitely a book that you have trouble putting down. I did. And it is classic James Patterson. I haven't read too many James Patterson books with his fellow writers or alone that I would consider clunkers. They all have a lot of action, a lot of great characters in them, and this one is no exception. So if you're a fan of James Patterson and James O. Born, the fellow writer, this is definitely a book that you should add to your collection, because it's definitely a book that you will find thrilling from first page to last, with an explosive finale, a twist that you did not see coming. So if you do purchase it, please let me know if you do agree with my review. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'll be back again with another first-class book. And until then, as I always say, stay safe, stay sane, stay in touch, and I will see you at the bookstore. Bye for now.